What is up guys, welcome back to another explore. We are at an old abandoned military base. Furthermore, it is an ex-RAF site. It is now completely abandoned. There is a couple of businesses just to the far end of the site, but I think there's about 3 altogether. Otherwise there must be around about 50, maybe more, like 100 buildings that are just like this one, all abandoned and derelict. I've noticed from the sky that there is a hospital. One of the buildings is like an old hospital site. It's got the cross, the red cross on the roof, which is a really cool thing. I'd like to go and find that. This is somewhere that I've wanted to come for quite a little while. I thought that it was going to be demolished because there was a thing a few months ago saying that it was going to be completely wiped off and they were going to build on here or something. There's a lot of graffiti here, but like, to be honest, like, there's little bits of flooring that look like that. A lot of the walls have been smashed in, but considering, you know, this place has been abandoned now for quite some time, I wouldn't actually say it's in that bad a condition. So if you want to come with me now, we're going to go ahead straight into this explore. Got so much to see here, guys. To be totally honest with you, there's so much to look at. Like, there's hundreds. Oh, there's McDonald's fries, man. Your face then. Yeah, I didn't see that though. So this massive bird, Sylwia was lining a camera up to take a photo down this corridor, and I just walked in front of the picture by mistake, and she was right down that far end. And you hear them birds, there's like pheasants on here and everything. But she was just about to take the picture down there, and this bird came out of the roof and went flying towards him, and they both like had the look of fear on their faces. A lot of these rooms are like really tiny. Oh, I think we found a basement, guys. I don't have a torch on me right now. I don't have my light or anything because Sylwia's got the torch, but I do think that will be down into the cellars. Maybe go check that out when I've got a light. I don't really want to walk too far away from them two because I don't know how safe this place is. I've not done a great deal of research on it. We've literally like just turned up here like now, so first time I've ever really been here. Oh my word, a spider. Look at that. It's just hanging around there, waiting for me to walk through his web. No chance I'm going around the other way. There was a fire here about 5 or 6 days ago. Someone come and set fire somewhere, so it's a problem when people do things like this, because then it ruins it for everybody else. You know, we want to come and explore, but the site could be completely fenced off because people do come in and light fires, unfortunately, and it's not fair. If you're one of them kind of people that comes here to light a fire, well, fuck you. There's Daddy. It's funny that I don't mind these things, but I hate spiders. Anything down there? Anything down there?
Quite a few rooms, but they're quite a moment.
Yeah, if you want, we can walk out of this building and go to another one, because it's pretty much the same way through, isn't it?
Oh, wait for us, we're taking photos.
Gonna go down into the basement, guys. I don't know what's down here. It might even be, you know, full of water for all I know. But we're gonna go down and check it out. Spider webs, I can feel them on my legs.
We're following you.
It's really cold down here. Oh, it just goes to the end and there's a ladder back out. All it does is go to that ladder and then back outside, like through the ladder, so I don't think there's anything down here.
No.
Still pretty cool, but it's cold down here, isn't it? I think this is the hospital around the back here. Sure it is. Oh, you can't get in there that way. I'll have to go the other way. I want to go to that tall building just over there, but it looks like it's really close to the businesses. I might check it out when we've been everywhere else. We'll see for now. Quite a big room. Quite a big area. More graffiti. Oh, that's good. Yeah, look at this one, guys. That is awesome. Nice bit of Home Alone graffiti. When you see graffiti is like someone's took time to do like that, you gotta really appreciate it. Still artwork. Go look in there, that graffiti on the wall.
Wow.
You're like, wow. Wow. So it gets even better, guys. Look at that. Got Pennywise up on the wall. That is a really cool piece of graffiti. I can't read what that says. Do you know what that says? That's a nice piece of artwork. Let's get a picture in the background. I think the more here, you'll get to learn where people actually come from. So I mean, there's a little company business there. There's a business over here, and I think they go all around the back. But as long as we know where the companies are and where people tend to be coming in, we shouldn't have too many problems. Look at this one in here, it gets even better. You know Pennywise the clown?
Yeah.
From It. You know, I've definitely been in places that are harder to access, but a lot more trash than this. I think maybe there might be something in it where people have struggled to get in places and people try and guard places, a bit like a certain hospital in Wales that you all know what I'm talking about. And you've got the crazy guy, I forget his name now, who seems to think that he's in charge of that place and won't let anybody in. When people do get in, they really trash the place. I mean, there was a fire here, and as you can see, there's lots of graffiti. But I mean, I know it's all concrete, but you look at the amount of trashing that's actually been done, and compared to somewhere like Denby, it is really, really minimal. There's like bays where lorries would back on. I think this is the hospital.
It's a lion, unicorn.
A lion, unicorn, shark.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So there's one thing I want to say about the place. Like, considering you can just walk straight in and it's quite an open place, quite a big place. It's not really too far away from anywhere. It's a really well-known place where I am. And I've got to say, it's not really that trashed considering. Like, looks like someone's built like a little skate ramp in. But if you look, there's a lot of graffiti and a lot of the windows are all smashed and there's bits of brick everywhere, but I would say that it is actually not that trashed. It's quite impressive, to be fair. Explorers just down there. A couple of guys. A couple more guys walking around. It looks like we've got showers through here, guys. Oh, they like toilets. See the toilets down there. Cubicles. I wonder if this place is haunted. Like, if it is haunted, I wouldn't mind coming back again at night and doing a bit of a paranormal investigation. If anyone knows if it's haunted, just let me know. As we were walking through some of the tall grass earlier, coming from one building to another, I kind of got stung by something. See these marks here, they're so itchy. Something stung me. Or maybe bit me, I don't know. It's coming up like a bit of a rash, to be honest. It's like a proper world for birds to live in. Awesome. You could film some really cool films here, I think. You know, like if you wanted a certain backdrop, you know, some of the stuff that you could actually film out here. Like you could, you know, if you're filming a movie like about the end of the world or something, or if, you know, something about like a music video, then it's a really good location because the buildings are just unlimited. There's so many of them. This looks like barracks like houses over here. So we've got stairs going up to the second floor and the downstairs, so I'm assuming that it's something to do with sort of living spaces. So these two guys who I thought were explorers aren't actually explorers. They say that they're from, well, they didn't say they're from a company, but they are actually going around checking asbestos in some of the buildings. They've got like some little computery things and I don't know, some little devices, and they're checking for asbestos because the building we're actually in, which is not this one here, it's the one behind it, and I think this one here by the cars, they did say are the two, they've got the highest readings of asbestos. So they said we're okay exploring, but shouldn't really be in them two buildings. I love coming to abandoned places because there's not really a great deal left of this one. There's a lot of buildings which you have to appreciate, but I do like going to places where there's a lot of things left behind. Now, people in the local areas to these places, anybody who does this hobby the same like me, I can hear some walking. Look at that chicken on the wall, can you see it? Can you hear? Let's go check it out. Sounds like walking, but I don't know where it's coming from. I'm actually on, I think I'm on the top floor. It sounds like it's coming from the roof. So you can come and do this sort of a hobby, but people in the local area will be calling the police on you and all sorts, just acting. You know, like there's a lot of people in the world who will come to somewhere like this and will take many photos and walk around for, you know, 4 or 5 hours, but then we leave and we go and that's the end of it. We have photos to share online and YouTube videos to make if that's what you want to do. I also found my name on the wall. But I didn't do that, I promise you, I didn't do that. Oh, I think I found what that noise is. There's a pigeon up there, can you see? There's a pigeon up there. It's okay, matey. I'll leave you to it. That's what the noise is I can hear because he's walking around on a little vent. These just look like... Oh, that was definitely set on fire at some point. It's all burnt and charred. In fact, I think the whole corridor might have been. Looks pretty black everywhere. Ah, the same in there, look. See, this is why places get sealed up. Because of people doing things like this. Which is really unnecessary. Yeah, it's all the same, like all the way around. This could potentially be fixed up, you know, like and turned back into what it was built for, but when people come and set fire to it, really, like, you know, you're just making it harder for people to use these sort of sites. with the coronavirus pandemic that we're currently going through, like if this was in better condition and ready for use, and then it can be turned into like a hospital for people who've caught COVID-19. If there was rooms like this one behind, it could be even used as a place to segregate these people who have caught it, people that get really bad, what's the word I'm looking for? Like really bad cases of coronavirus. This is somewhere that the hospitals, this can be turned into a hospital, and people can come to live here while they're in quarantine. Cool piece of graffiti just through there. That looks pretty good. It's like an owl. He's like a gangster owl with a hat on and a shirt on. And he looks like he's in like Vice City or something. Florida. Oh, see, I've just come out of that building and they've gone in it now. I think they're looking for me. We sort of bypassed each other. I just went to check on, you can't see him, but there's a guy just through there, and I wondered if they had like drones or something like flying planes, but it looks like he's actually at work. So I'm thinking that maybe they're doing the same thing as those other guys and checking something out on the side. He's with a kid though, actually. So it's like a guy and a kid, so I don't know, maybe they're just using the field for something. I'm gonna check out that building there. Where them two are, they're up there somewhere. That looks like a really cool building. It looks like a high school, doesn't it? Really scary, like looking out into the high school rooms. Got maths after break, that sort of thing. Apparently, someone told me that there used to be tanks here at one time, and they've all been moved now, but that's a big shame because this is the field here where I assume there would have been things like that left behind. Wow, that looks really sad. So, I don't know what these things are. I know what they are, but I don't know what they're actually used for. So guys, I thought that I just made a big error. So, oh my god, there's a bone here. I don't know what kind of bone that is. Is that human bone? Yeah, there's more here. Bones. Another bone. Does anybody know if that's a human bone? Looks like it's been here a good while. But that definitely looks... could be an animal bone, I don't know. So I was just saying a minute ago before I found the bone, I thought I'd made a big error because I turned my camera off. No, sorry, I had to change the camera battery and I took the battery out without turning the camera off. Last time I did that, I lost all my footage from an Explorer I went on. It just completely wiped the card empty. So luckily, I think it's all still there. But we'll find out later if I'm missing anything. Guys, I really need a drone. You have to admit, flying a drone over all this site would just look absolutely fantastic. it is on the next thing. I've got a list of things that I need to purchase over time, and a drone, a good drone at that, is definitely on the list. I also want an infrared camera. If anyone can recommend me a good drone, like one that I can fly through these buildings, fly about, well, you know, get it quite high up in the sky and just take a video of all this site as I'm going around. I've seen some that, like, I don't know if you have the phone app or something and phone's in the pocket and the drone follows you around, but like I can imagine me filming behind me in the sky, following me as I'm talking to you guys, would look awesome. So I need to buy a drone. It's on my list, but they're so expensive for the ones I want. Look at that building there, it looks really creepy. There's a lot of glare on the camera, but that place just looks awesome. I've just had all the cobwebs. Ooh. Not really much going on around here, to be honest. A little shower or something. Bathroom. Maybe these are the homes for the higher ranking people.
No.
Just most of them. Ooh. Is he now?
Are you gone?
Yeah.
She told us to go and don't wait for her.
Now she wants us to wait. Run down, slide down the banister.
No, I don't want to hold this by the